Hello, my name is Van Smith, managing partner at Smith Strong, and today I'm joined by Michelle Grooms.
Hi.
Michelle, it's a pleasure to be with you.
Pleasure to be here.
Michelle called our office because her grandparents' home in the city of Richmond had been for years lived in by family members after her grandparents passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And she was fine letting it go. But then what happened? What triggered the desire to sell the house?
Well, my cousin that was staying in the house, he passed, which was my aunt's son, her only child. And so my sisters, everybody got together and they was like, well, what's going on with the house? And I'm like, what do you mean what's going on with the house? Is somebody, so I called the other people and I was like, can we sit down and talk? And they was like, talk about what? I said, talk about the house. Nobody's saying anything about the house. And my cousin's dead. So what are we doing?
So essentially, she wakes up one day to her grandparents' home being lived in by non-family members who were simply had a child with one of your deceased relatives, now living in the house rent-free.
Yeah.
And so you said, I was okay, but now this just doesn't feel right.
No, because she had went through the process of trying to get the deed and the title in her name, and they denied it like 5 times. So I was like...
So they tried to get the title done without giving the other heirs their proper proceeds from the sale or from the value of the house.
They didn't tell us anything. They just wanted to run in and stake claim and just forget everybody else.
And so ultimately, the team at Smith Strong surrounded Michelle and other family members. And what this is known as is a partition suit. A partition suit is honestly a very common issue these days. Grandparents pass away, the house stays in the family, the pyramid gets wider and wider as the years go on, and at some point, family members at this pyramid of heirs that now have a right to the proceeds of this house say, okay, it's time to sell, or it's time to be bought out. And so, were you pleased with how we helped you? How did Smith Strong help you?
Awesome. Robert Miller and Susan Cottle, I tell them all the time, they the bomb.com.
I love it.
I love them. They've been with me every step of the way. Every step of the way. They communicated with me. They answered all of it. If I had a question, I can call Susan Cottle.
Did you ever feel like you left a call or a meeting with Smith Strong not knowing what was going to come next?
No, sir. No, sir.
And what did that do for you as you went through this?
I had to relax.
Wow.
Because once you started, I'm unfamiliar with this territory. But when I saw how they were working, I sat back. I sat all the way back. I did. Miss Susan will call me, well, Jojo, well, we're doing this. Gotcha.
And so, happy outcome. Wonderful. Ultimately, you received the value you were entitled to. The people that wanted to remain in the house or have the house to live in got to stay in the house.
Yes, sir.
And it all worked out.
Yes, sir. At the end, it's over and done with.
What would you say to folks out there that may have this situation? Maybe there's some family land or maybe a family house and no one's done anything with it and people are living in there, maybe rent-free, maybe getting kind of a free ride, and it was okay for a while, but now it's not sitting right with them. What would you say to them?
Well, like myself, I was unfamiliar. So get you a lawyer that's going to fight for you, communicate with you, and stand by you till the end. That's what Robert Miller and Susan Cottle did for me and my family. And I'm highly grateful because I would have been lost.
Ms. Grooms, it's a pleasure to have you here today. It's a pleasure for the Smith Strong team to represent you.
I love them.
And if you need help with a partition suit, if you need help with a state problem that this person's been dead for years, but this problem has continued, we can help. And it starts with that consultation.
That's right.
How did you feel walking away with it all done?
I'm ready for a vacation. I am. I'm ready for a vacation. I'm going away. I don't care if it's for a weekend. I just need to get away.
Wow.
That's how relieved I am. So
I think it's time for a vacation.
It is. It really is. It's overdue for real.
Michelle, thank you for trusting us.
I appreciate it. Y'all go to bomb.com.
I'll take it. Unfortunately, we don't have the URL bomb.com, but we do have the URL smithstrong.com. And so if you need help, visit smithstrong.com and let us help you and take that first step. Michelle, thank you for spreading the word.
I appreciate you for having me.
Appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you.